Hey there! 1 second. That was... anyways, if anyone tuned in, they saw a second ago, this model actually zoomed out. Yeah. I'm making a new model because I kind of screwed that up. I was learning at the beginning of Vero and I made this. So this is actually the last or the second to last stream before the revamp to my model is done. It is almost done. That, and I'm working on a background too. That's fun. Anyways, tonight we're jumping back into some more our playthrough of Hades. We're getting near to I would say 100%ing that game is kind of vague at what point. I'm shooting for like rough like close to showing off at least most of the game. So we're a bit off on that. Hold on a second, that is a cat that Steam is not moving. There we go. What? Yeah, that was a load. So yeah, I'm launching Hades in the background. Sorry, I normally launch it before I switch to talking. It's my bad. Anyways, that's actually jumping to showing you the games. Game capture. It's still set to if anyone who turned in last night. Okay, what is that? Why did it move? Like, that is a resize that it should not have happened. Hopefully it stays in that shape from now on, but that was just weird. Anyways, welcome back. I'm Lord Jabu, essentially the imp that pranks himself more often than anyone else. Let's jump back into more Hades. Yeah, I know, not the best player. I've got God mode on. I'm getting pretty close to my last time playing. Like I've said before, though, the last time I played was back before a lot of the stuff was added. So there's stuff. Although for the most part, like up to this point, like after making the first escape attempt, I knew what I was doing. But now I don't. I actually genuinely were at the point where I'm uncertain what like the stuff that happens next. Anyways, let's set up our first run. Oh, actually, I left on the Zeus one because that's almost to the next level. Let's go for it.
It sees I chose Exegriff.
Yes, it does. We've got. So we could try to go for if we add in these heat thing, it will count that for that. If we try to because we could go for the early rewards again, or stick having a non-add and try to make a successful escape attempt with the Exegriff or the Advent Rail. I think I'm gonna try just show off one of these and go for like the first run, showing off having this active and get some of the early rewards rather than I'll have to turn it back down for an escape attempt later. Question is, what should I go for? Now, this one will make it take them out annoying, but I want to pick something that just kind of shows off how bad it can be, but not too bad. Let's go with the health one. Why not? Let's just do it for that. Pick that randomly.
To liven things up.
What exactly is it, boy, that makes you feel entitled to show me such disrespect? You dare not say such things to Nyx.
No, clearly we like Nyx. It's just you we don't like.
Nyx, give me strength.
Ooh.
The rail's hidden power.
Your attack seeks near his phone deals plus 30% damage. Your special deals 300 plus 30% base damage in a large area. It can hurt you. Let's not do that since we've unlocked the
adamant rail.
we've unlocked the thing for this version, which makes it this version of the adamant rail makes it so if you stand in the fire, your next attack will be stronger. I'll have to check for fishing spots, although the annoying part of it for attacking skulls like that and stuff, if we're gonna one-shot that we would normally one-shot them, is the first shot they will ignore. You see in the top left, there's the heat counter. It tells you what your present rank is. I don't know why I need to show you the entire time through your run, but I guess if you left it on and did a new one. Why not?
Going in.
Ooh.
Within the underworld's quietest, most solitary, darkest abyss lies hidden evidence of the beginning of all things, of chaos, the most ancient sculptor that has shaped this world.
I'd best take all the evidence I find.
Destroying these things is more difficult when you've got the rails well. Okay, you don't have to destroy everyone for the sake of gold, they'll be present.
You have traveled recently beyond my senses, son of Hades. I persist here only in the fathomless depths. I know what lies out there, having created it, but I know nothing of what it is like right now. Do not tell me. I prefer to think of all the possibilities.
The next two encounters, you cannot collect your casts for 13.5 seconds. Afterwards, gain +1. This is a rare one, so, but each time you attack, get hit for 4, you know. Let's go with this one.
Chaos guide me. That's what you get.
Yeah, see, we're saying next time with the Knocked Gathering, it'll be that way for the next... Oh, yeah, don't let those guys touch you. This is more of a Darkness Gathering run than anything. I'm not really good with this, the adamant rail. It's a great weapon when you get a good build, but I don't like having to have the patience to fire again. Patience is not my forte. There we go, there's Zeus. Yeah, I really should be dodging. I mean, I'll chalk up to the first round of the night being a warm-up, but still. I forget how many keys we need for the last of the upgrades. I believe it was 30. I will check how many we have in a second. That went well.
Old Hades has continued to ignore my every effort to reach out to him, young man. Oh well, but he is obstinate indeed. You are wise to seek your family's better half.
So we'll call that. Let's go with let's make our attack more useful. Ooh, key. Like I was saying, yeah, I think I need. I'll probably get the gems. I forget like if I unlocked it or not. Like the last of it last time. I don't think I did. Now that makes us a more useful weapon. I don't think I'm making a full escape attempt, but...
Hey, lads.
Oop. Oh, it looks like we've completed the Chaos Ritual thing, because we've got 4 casts. I wonder who our second god's gonna be boon-wise for this run. Well, that answers that question.
So, Zag, you met my dad by now, your Uncle Zeus. He's cool and loves of feasting, just be sure to keep him in your thoughts, okay?
To be shot, your cast lodges a large close to the burst into festive fog. I have not shown that one off yet.
Liven things up.
Let's see. Gold. Well, we have plenty of gold, so the shop it is. Oh, wait. Should have destroyed that urn. Any fishing points? They can show up here, so... No, but something... Oh,
The
interesting.
river Styx flows infamously through the underworld, offering the boatman Charon expeditious travel from the realm of mortals to the lowest depths, where many of their shades reside forever.
Too bad I can't just take the ferry to the surface.
Ooh, that's a... So, you see what that is there? If I go and collect that, that is, borrow 300 from Charon. I'm gonna buy from him first, and I want the key, but I just think I should show that off. So, this is gonna end badly if I do go for it. But I'm gonna anyways. Let's talk to him first, just to be nice.
Wow, thank you, Charon. Sorry.
Secret boss!
Oh, hi. Charon, look, I can explain. It's just, I've grown very accustomed to taking stuff throughout my father's realm. I wasn't stealing from you, honestly. That was not an understanding sound. Wait, why are you brandishing your oar in such a menacing way? Oh, it's because you're going to kill me.
As befittingly with a secret boss, he is not not easy to take on. You can take him on from any of his shops that the bag spawns. You have to have first made a successful escape attempt to start. Oop. Whether or not you'll successfully taking him on is not an easy task. He's got all these basically the entire arena's attacking you. And he does a lot of damage. I've got all my revives, so doesn't seem impossible, but still. If you get close to him, he cleaves you with that big ore attack, which is difficult to dodge. And if you stay far away, he does all that. And as you can see, he does a lot of damage. Also, the barricade, the different items in the arena make attacking him with range attacks, locking on quickly, difficult. Oh! Well, that's not fun. Time for the next phase. We'll try it. Like I said, I don't think I'll be beating him in this run, but I had to show it off. It is not an easy fight. Ooh, yeah.
Close call. Right there.
Oh, and phase 3. At least we made it to that. Yeah, one more hit and we dead. He's this is not our win.
Again.
Damn it, Charon.
I mean, we deserve that. I don't think we've gifted him yet. We have. Good. I'm not going to give it to him.
Hey, my brother Charon killed you. Am I seeing this right? He's never been particularly nice to me. Whacked me with his oar a couple of times, but it never got that bad. Must be some misunderstanding. Have you talked to him?
You wouldn't let me.
I have.
A pitiful attempt.
I found her boy, my mother. Persephone, you remember her, don't you? She was pleased to hear about you. But I couldn't stay for long, and I have to find her again. So, guess I'll see you at the temple then.
The ghoulish features of the much reviled Hound of Hell all soften instantly upon the mention of a certain name. Briefly then, the monster is at peace. Your Highness, over here. As you may know, lad, I've a connection to the weapons that you use, having once wielded one of them myself. Of course, not knowing its significance back then, but I digress. Sometimes it keeps in touch, and I've a vision from it to impart.
Oh, do you mean a vision from Varatha, the Eternal Spear? That's out of the ordinary, and also a bit concerning. So what did you see?
Well, I saw a great, bearded warrior, bigger than me, pitch black hair, bearing an aspect of Varatha unlike any with which I'm familiar. Then he was gone, but what still lingered were these words. I see you through the eyes of the Crimson Phoenix.
I see you through the eyes of the Crimson Phoenix. I don't understand. What's that supposed to mean?
There's one more thing. This was not my first such vision. Long ago, I saw one of Varatha's other bearers. It was you. Your infernal arms. They must be weapons of the Fates' design. They know already who shall brandish them. Now they ask a favor. Seek Varatha. Speak the words. Go.
I see you through the eyes of the Crimson Phoenix.
I need to show that off. But let me finish talking to everyone first.
Verify something for me here, boy. According to the latest reports, you attempted unsuccessfully to shoplift from Charon himself, and were consequently slain. Utterly ignoble end, even for you.
I was borrowing, okay? Not shoplifting. Why didn't anybody ever tell me Charon was such a monster? I thought the boating mercantile thing made for a peaceful life.
You incur the wrath of ancient chthonic gods, and then are surprised to be destroyed by them. Have you learned nothing after all this time?
Pretty much no.
No.
Oh,
What do you got to say? So we can get this. We have the 2 gems. Which might be a good idea, but I think I'm gonna wait. Like I said, I want to get one of those. And some new things showed up here, but we've gifted you, right? Yes.
Hey, Orpheus. You know about the time I vanquished 7 legions of bloodless warriors with both hands tied behind my back while hopping on one foot? Lord Poseidon dared me to do it, you know.
Why, that is a spectacularly vivid tale, Zagreus, and most deserving to be chronicled in song. Would that there were a poet here still willing to commit such deeds to verse.
Would that there were, mate.
I don't know if Zagreus is a massive liar or if they're implying things happen in runs outside the game.
Why did you never send word to Mother that I lived? You knew at least approximately where she went. You and Father, you could have spared her so much pain.
I swore a binding oath never to say, child. I have already circumvented it as much as can be done. Know that I acted with only her well-being in mind, as well as yours.
Might as well.
Oh my, Your Highness, are you really sure you want me to have this?
I really am, Dusa. I hope you enjoy it.
I forget how many more we need to get to before we unlock her extra item.
I just forgot something. I have to go.
Anyways, we can't afford anything, but let's do the shopping anyways.
Good?
Nope. That would be very good, but we don't have the gems. As a really good limited time offer. I will not be taking Charon on again that quickly.
A prophecy's appeared.
As this shows what we just discovered. But first, we'll go see that. Let's see, we got 166, and what remains without the key stuff is Golden Touch, Family Favorite, and Dark Foresight are the ones we got. Gold is definitely useful for the shop when we're not attacking Charon, so... And there's only one more anyways.
See you, Mira.
Now let's go speak to that...
Baratha, I see you through the eyes of the Crimson Phoenix. A new aspect. Who's Guan Yu?
So we do not have enough of the blood at the moment to do this, but as you can see, you unlock the hidden aspect through interaction with certain characters. There's other requirements to them, but I don't know. I don't actually have them all memorized. So for the aspect of Guan Yu, which we will want because hidden aspects are awesome, you have the Frost Fairblade, but your health and your health up and your health increases are reduced. Max life and healing minus 70%. So we'll need
Malphon the Twin Fists.
Yeah, you're getting pretty strong there, pal. Though I am being paid to tell you that. But not being paid to not tell you that last part.
Nah.
I have to ask you something, mate. What do you even need the pay for, anyway?
That, pal, is nobody's business but my own. Besides, it's impolite discussing money all the time. Now back to beating me to powder.
Okay.
My keepsakes.
Yeah, these are what we want on. So, but now we've got Zeus on level 2. Should we go for a different one? I could get this one. It just increases your, basically gives you invincibility frames. Or should we go for one of the boon ones to see one of the gods we haven't seen often enough? Let's go with
Should help.
I don't know how I did that. Go with that. We're still at 1 for this. It's not related to the weapon, which is for the fist. We got the fist. We want some of the blood to unlock the hidden aspects and other aspects. So let's just stick to that for now. Yeah, let's collect some extra rewards to make us more powerful. And then we'll go for escapes with each weapon.
Why, nephew, you procured the rod of fishing, I detect. Fine handiwork, if I say so myself. Its line is nigh invisible and causes denizens of my domain to flock to it like mortals to temples of mine. Good fortune with that thing.
Nothing new, so dash or no, special's good, but I'm gonna go with the cast. I think we have the magnet one. That's a valid question, actually. Who does keep fixing the damage we cause? Yeah, we have the presently have the aspect of the magnet fists.
Come face Malf on me.
Ooh. We have not got all of her upgrades, so let's go for her. I don't know why I thought that table was an enemy from over there. But I did, and that is a thing that has happened now. Maybe not a good idea to drag in the enemies that restrain you. But,
Is why Lord Hades would have kept your mere existence hidden from us all this time. Perhaps he knew that once you met us, you would stop at nothing to come seek us out.
Oh, we've not gone Aphrodite's aid before. Let's go with that. Let's get some more gold. Pay Charon back a little. I don't know why I spam the button while doing that, because you can just hold it down. It'll do the combo, and then you have to hit it again.
Coin for Charon.
More darkness for upgrades. I could find more keys.
What's in the pool this time?
Nothing that useful. We can go for the health upgrade. Or we can go see Charon. Let's go see Charon.
Better stock up.
Yeah, you won't see the option every time. It'll generally you'll see it throughout a run. You'll see the chance.
No hard feelings about that whole battle to the death thing last time, right, Charon? Especially since you absolutely demolished me. I was just messing with you. You know that, right? Always appreciate your sense of humor, mate.
I don't know if he agreed or disagreed there. We kind of really we don't need the health, so.
Let's go, sneak. Come do that.
Where have I fought this one before? I think I have.
Who's laughing now?
I can't remember who have I not gifted to. We haven't gifted to Athena? That explains a lot. I mean, we already had the ability to.
Zag, looking like you got yourself a gift from old Poseidon there. He's quite the catch, but here, hope you saved some room for more.
Because we never had the... We had always never had Nectarone to encounter. That's well, more next year. Hopefully it's soon. Dash causes hangover. Should show inflicts hangover. Let's go with strong drink. Keys. We want the gems, but keys. Oh, well, that was unlucky. That was unlucky. The thing before was just me not paying attention enough. Having one spawn right next to me, that is definitely unlucky.
Look what I found.
You found a key. And then we get gems.
Not yet.
We've got a shop and a I'm drawing a blank what they're called. The chest over there that may or may not be something good.
Night.
Let's see what's Steve. Darkness.
Stop him, wretches.
Decent enough.
Darkness.
Good enough.
Might as well.
Should be useful.
Let's go get some more health. Ooh. This looks like an old Yu-Gi-Oh deck. I've got 5 right hands of Exodia, and none of the other parts. I was not very smart at playing Yu-Gi-Oh as a kid. Ooh, event.
And lastly, you're forbidden from offering further assistance to Prince Zagreus. Do we understand each other?
Why, absolutely, Master Thanatos. I wouldn't think of it. My mind is fully occupied with all the latest boulder-pushing strategies besides.
Enough! Get back to work, and I'll get back to mine.
You alright,
Hello,
yes,
hello?
sir?
I think we've already gifted him as well. Wait, we haven't given Achilles a gift? This one we had. I'm confused on who I have and haven't gifted.
Oh, I'm doing very well, thanks, Prince. I'm not afraid of him. I mean, what have I got to lose? Now here, I wanted you to have this.
More darkness.
Easy does it.
Cheers, mate.
Speaking of darkness.
Take care.
Ooh.
That's good.
We got the shop and power up. Well, we got definitely have enough of the shop, so let's go to the shop. Any fishing points here?
You're not angry with me, are you, Charon, mate?
Key?
Thank you, mate. Power of Olympus.
He's probably still angry with us. Let's go get ourselves one more blood towards
Sure enough.
There you are. You know something, Redblood? In retrospect, I should have known this wasn't going to be a quick job.
They say both gods and mortals are notoriously poor at estimating how long it takes to get anything done.
Normally when I'm on the job, they grovel, then they scream. They shut up eventually, but not you. At least, not yet.
Don't know why I did that. I remember a lot of things. I want to attack her, but she's kind of standing over a... Oh.
She's powering up.
I don't know what am I doing that while are we? I haven't done many playthroughs with Fists of... I forget which one we're presently on. The one with the magnetic. Got her, that was close to taking one of our lives. That was not the best fight.
Get out. Did Malphon shudder?
No, I didn't see you come in.
Well, Father, I'm sure. Don't worry, won't be long. Which one?
We had Sun Conch on. Should we wait to rank that one up, or should we go for a different item for the rest of the run? Who am I missing? I don't remember. I don't remember some of them. Yeah, I'll just leave it on for now.
Let's go up. Courtesy of the Pact. Asphodel.
Are we gonna encounter any fishing spots anytime soon? Man, I may have sure just missed one and not noticed it in a room. Wouldn't put it past myself.
Not now. I can't.
I miss having 4. Where's the music?
Not yet.
I just missed for 2 of those shots. I hear you. Where are you?
I'm empty.
You'd think the darkness you'd get for each room you cleared on it would increase with floors. But clearly not. Nah. I don't think we've gotten all of his abilities for the prophecy yet, so let's go for it.
Come on then.
Oh, that's... Oh, one of those wave skeleton dudes. I hate them. I'm not entirely certain how useful Aphrodite's is. Raid. What updated? I think it's slaying that number, certain number of the enemy.
Aphrodite's really something, don't you think so, cuz? Normally I'd stop for no one here, but when it comes to her, exceptions must be made.
Sturdy, taking to gas to recover health. Or let's go for a rich man run. We got Zeus in the shop. Let's go with Zeus. We only got 100 at the moment. Ooh, useful choice.
Break. Now isn't that mouth on the twin fists there in your possession, Zagreus? Last god I saw bedecked in those old gloves was Demeter herself, oh, way back when. She was a real fighter at the time, not just a naysayer.
Your attack. That's a fun one always. To get some junk hair. Ooh.
You two again.
You're not having your reflect when facing these guys is annoying.
Cheers to that.
Knots are running low. Ooh. Picking up timing wise and keepsake we have not gotten yet.
Eurydice.
Majesty.
Eurydice, thank you for making me feel welcome in your pleasant home. Can't say the same for most places I've been lately. I have a small gift I wanted you to have.
Oh, that's awful sweet of you, Your Royal Majesty. Bringing me fresh ingredients like this. Know what? Here's something for you too. Help keep you safe out there.
I don't think I ever got her keepsake in my past run. I think every time I could barely ever find her. And we have one more, so when we get back, I'll give one to Achilles, I guess. Because I'm surprised I haven't given him one yet.
What's the latest, hon? Anything been happening down in your fancy house lately?
Well, you mentioned Orpheus. My father had him locked up for a little while for refusing to sing, being court musician and all. But he's out now and doing okay, I think.
Not following instructions, huh? Sounds like Orpheus, all right. Well, if that's the most exciting thing you've got going on, then I haven't missed much being out here.
Let's go for the next ones being like upgrade. Just for increased luck, why not? Ooh, keep.
Cheers.
Having the magnetic is definitely useful for those floating enemies when they go above the lava. That is nice. There's a lot of enemies. Monkeys. Health, hammer, or Charon? Hammer. Getting all those for the different,
See that, Malphon?
this is difficult. Anyways. If a knuckle, your attack becomes a 3-hit sequence. Each deals 40 base damage. Your attack has more range and deals 10% damage with long knuckle. And whenever your specialized foes, restore 2% health. Much as useful as that one is for getting a successful run, let's go with the new one.
Deadlier than ever. All aboard. Big one, huh? Can't do that.
Your magnet shot doesn't really help with him too much. I think that's a clicking spot. It is.
Not yet.
Oh, yep, we're gonna be using up one of our. Oh, yeah, definitely, but yeah, if I keep doing that. Oh. I gotta show off Aphrodite's full charge for greater call. Let's show what this off does. I keep forgetting that not every single one makes you invincible. That's just Athena. Oh, that was my... Yeah, that's just my bad.
I'm empty.
Anyway, we're getting the gem. That's what I wanted. Gotcha!
Heads down. Aw, for me. Always time to fish.
Once the battle's done, yes, there is.
You're mine.
Nothing new.
Starvug, go figure.
Each area is different fish, and some are more common than others. Savog's the one you'll encounter the most here.
We'll have you back here soon enough, I think.
Don't count on it.
Let's show off the new one. On the final encounter in each one world region, take 0 damage the first 3 times foes hit you. I did not get that in my other runs, so that sounds cool. Yeah, why not? Let's take it with us and let's...
Beats dying.
Yes, it does.
This one.
Yeah, let's take this to do some more damage the next few encounters. We got all that gold stuff.
Next region. And check.
So who are we encountering this time? Oh, we can get closer to getting all the upgrades. Yeah, when you encounter these rooms, having Poseidon's cast is the most useful, given that the large shockwave it causes.
Your dust.
You got attack deals +5 base damage for each consecutive hit to a foe. Your attack becomes 3 bit secrets, or your death strike deals added to attack sequence. I'm gonna go with the concentrated knuckle.
These fists are hungry to fight.
Ooh, get a bunch of darkness. How much do we have? Get it. I guess close to another upgrade.
Try it.
How foolhardy of you.
I can describe a lot of things, or most of what I do actually.
I expected more from the Exalted.
Thank you, Father.
I don't think we've gotten all of his ones yet, so let's go for it.
Can't do that.
Where the next one's gonna spawn? Down here. I think that means there's a second one over there. That does. Oh, another one spawned down below, it looks like.
Hello, Hermes.
Nothing new. Get some more dashes.
Faster than ever.
Ooh. I mean, no matter what you want, that was a bad choice, actually. Not too late now.
One of them's going to be mad.
I like Poseidon more.
For the gesture there.
A bit weird to drag them in and then knock them away, but okay.
First, I didn't warn you, young man. I only wish that I could say you didn't insult me.
Apologies, Lord Zeus. Time to win him over. He's trying to respawn.
Now this is why I say normally I don't take on Zeus, or the option I won't take on Zeus or Poseidon. They both cause absolute chaos. Some of them are easier to survive.
I say, such petty squabbles. Aren't we better than this, Zagreus?
I mean, we are. You aren't.
Electric. That'll keep me alive.
I mean, apparently, yeah.
That one.
I was definitely going to Charon. I mean, a tougher enemy is annoying, but... Well, especially when you're on 11 health, but... Oh, not this guy.
Soul catcher again.
You know, I'm surprised that went that well.
I'll keep my soul for now, thanks.
Ooh. Smoldering Air, a new one. Your guard gauge charges up automatically, but is capped at 25%. So you can't use the max one, but new.
Duo power.
Well, we are pretty much dead, but here we can get shot. They're doing quite a bit of damage. Let's play some tetherball. I haven't played that since who knows how long.
Must be the last of them.
Oh.
He's fully recovered. Father won't miss a couple coins.
Ooh. I believe we've already gifted this guy, but we haven't interacted with him much. So we have. Now I want to get all the keepsakes before I worry about
Still toiling around within Elysium, I see. Battling my brethren. In the name of glory, is that it?
No, with a purpose.
I'm heading for the surface. Though your brethren are slowing me down. Whether for glory or at my father's behest.
Your father? Ah, that's right. But you're the prince, aren't you? You must see plainly, then, what your birthright amounts to. You're no better off than any of us here. Now go.
We've used them all, so why not?
Thanks, sir.
Certainly, stranger.
We have plenty of gold. Let's go get more power. This is turning into a potentially successful run at this rate. Was not expecting that. I haven't escaped without a heat gauge on the piston off on yet.
I'm out. Not now.
I mean, you don't have to make your first escape without any heat gauge. That is not like not a thing that happens. It'll still count towards it if you get if you're only one, but like for the 6 of escape with every single weapon. It does not matter on what aspect you have for that one, or whether or not you have a heat gauge or not. That's just escaping at least once with every weapon. Blowing point, your guard gauge charges faster when you take damage. Not as useful with this combo, we don't have it yet.
Let's make some waves.
Let's see. Definitely need more of this.
Struck Rose.
The shock attack combined with the ranged fist is a very useful combo. If we make it successfully out of Elysium, I'm going to sell the duo the thing that restricts the amount of draw gauge we can fill up. Definitely feels like it makes it less useful.
Not yet. All clear.
Alright, we have that thing that makes it health, so, you know, useful. And we have definitely a plan to go to the shop. Let's go there. Heal.
Take it.
Power up. Let's leave that be. You take less damage while 40% or below. Your health is low after encounters. Let's go with this.
Cheers, mate. Feeling stronger.
Doesn't seem to be a fishing point. Would have been nice. Anyways, let's see if we can make it through here.
Rematch.
Well, Hellspawn, you stained my honor last we battled here. But as you plainly see, I have returned, as has Asterius. And we've no shortage of honor left to spare.
That's not honor.
Shouldn't I be the champion of Elysium now that I've beaten you? Isn't there someone else around to challenge me? Say, Heracles? Someone less chatty?
Ah, very clever, fiend. Invoking Heracles' name in an attempt to drive me to a jealous rage. It shall not work, but you shall dearly pay nevertheless.
No, I'm pretty sure that did make you angry and you are jealous. So that's the 3-hit thing. Now we got hit twice by that. And future hits will do damage now. One of those things exists. The other one you just call. That is pride. You are making a mistake there. Oops. I know I was gonna make it through without at least one of those happening. Oh, I don't know I did that. Who's he gonna summon this time?
Lady Artemis, I beg you, guide my spear. You have insulted me too many times, Dragon. Is this absurd?
I don't think so.
Definitely making it further than I thought I was gonna make.
That ought to shut him up.
It won't.
Very nice. Should I take the trade?
Nope. I don't even want to sell.
Damn it, can't
Which,
get that.
yeah, wish we could.
I'm almost out of here.
It's not going to be a successful run with only one Death Defiance for the final boss.
The edge of Father's realm. That's a lot of coin.
Ooh. Now this is something useful. What it does is you trade, well, I don't know if we'll get enough to show it off, but trade one of your hammer upgrades for 2 random ones.
Not far from here, the dead begin their journey to their final resting place down in the depths below. And so the river boatman Charon often passes through.
A generous selection of his wares.
Oh, there's a fishing spot.
The widely feared and many-headed Cerberus, the underworld sentinel, presides over the entrance to this realm, devouring whole those fool enough to make attempts to flee.
Hey, think I see a fish?
Timing-wise, that was hilarious for his response. Cerberus eats people. Ooh, fish!
No. Another gap, huh?
See what we got. Let's go Poseidon.
Am I interrupting something? Didn't think so.
Poseidon also counts for these runes as well, which is very nice for if you're trying to get the gold to buy anything in Karen's shop up here. I'll be able to show up the anvil.
Can't do that. Can't do that.
Why couldn't I do it? Who's here? So much damage. And so much health.
I'm out. What do we have here?
That certainly took a while.
In the name of Hades.
Let's see. Break weight, slam foes into barriers creates a water blast in the area. Or duo, when you knock foes away, they're struck by lightning. Duos are harder to find. Although I did want the breaking wave for the sake of getting that. I don't know if that would complete it. We don't have the stakes restoration, so let's get this.
Hit the spot. Down the chute.
Still need a bit more to get that, but we need to go through it one more time at least anyways. And we could get the... Let's see how much we have when we return. Well, if we're going for power, let's go for Zeus.
This one, I guess.
No more poison. Let's resolve that.
Not yet. I'm empty. Not now.
I doubt it's gonna make us sell something we won't. Yeah, I want to keep. Just no, I'm gonna pass on those. That was one of the ones I want to get rid of. Ooh.
There it is already. In the name of Hades.
High voltage, your lightning bolt affects deal damage in a larger area. Or double strike, your lightning bolts have a chance to strike twice. Double strike.
A special treat for Cerberus. Could check the other passageways before I go.
We can, and probably will, because I want to get the Aphrodite ability if we're going.
What's it going to be?
Lost Long Knuckle and breaching... I didn't want to lose Long Knuckle. And I suppose just upper, your dash upper deals 1% damage in area. Nope, nope. Might as well get the health one then, as long as we're at it. Just for the sake of getting the abilities. I don't know if that was a really good trade or not.
Why do these vermin carry coin?
Yeah, valid question. They probably ate it. See what you got to offer.
Exactly what I need.
Oh, that was... I don't think we'll be getting that other ability, but in return we have a chance of actually making a successful escape attempt.
fists are going to do the talking soon.
Well, that went however that went. We could go through one more time, but that's just asking for it. Those are tougher enemies. We will definitely not make a successful escape attempt if we do. So let's just say through it and go.
Gigantic Cerberus accepts the prince's foul offering.
I can go.
Cerberus vanquished. You did this!
I guess there's only one thing left to do. Isn't that so, Father?
You now know that even if you are able to surpass me, you shall ultimately perish soon enough. And yet you still persist. Utterly senseless.
I found her, Father, and I'm going to find Mother again. And again and again until I have some answers finally. She'd like some answers too, beginning with, why did you never tell her that I lived? You let her go and left her to her grief.
Silence, boy. Save all your ignorant and
Not
baseless
baseless.
accusations. You seem incapable of heeding my request that you not blather on about a matter you shall never understand. Then I shall save my breath for this fight.
I'm empty.
Now.
The range of that is annoying.
Why do you keep doing this time after blasted time?
It'd be time to live within your house.
Would that you could be useful there from time to time.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
You would, yes. You wouldn't be suggesting it otherwise.
Oh, that hurt, damn it. Not now.
Yeah, we're not gonna succeed at this rate. It's really gonna be a good attempt at least. Or go to sleep.
Taught you reasonably well.
How am I going to beat him?
Same we did last time. Line lock.
Redacted's got you again, huh? Here's the thing, I keep asking around about them, and no one seems to know what I'm talking about. Could you maybe describe them for me, please?
Why don't you ask Father when he's back?
Prince, I don't know what to say. Are you joking around with me, maybe?
Oh, I am deadly serious, Dusa. Honest. It's for you. Miss Dusa, I wanted to cordially invite you to an outing in the lounge. Remember when you asked me about a drink?
Oh, really? What, you mean right now? I guess I'm overdue to take a break. And, well, since I don't exactly fit the mold of your traditional Gorgon, I mean, I have no body, for example. I had trouble finding work. That is until Lord Hades took me in, and then I met you, and, well, I just love this job.
Oh, I can definitely relate to at least some of that.
Thanks, Your Highness. Prince Zagreus.
Bye for now. Father's still up there.
There we have 3 now, so we can get something good. Claim nectar chamber birds give you a level up. Nah. And we could save up for the. Yeah, I should save up for that. Awards gems after vanquishing the world bosses. That'll make saving up a lot easier. Only have 2 with her at the moment. She also has a unique keepsake.
You're serious? You're really giving that to me? I mean, I'll take it off your hands if that is really what you want.
It's really what I want. And I sincerely hope we can move past our differences. Not that turning in this contraband has anything to do with that. So about Tisiphone, is everything alright with her? Talk of murder all the time and all.
Tisiphone is charged with punishing the worst that mortals have to offer. More than charged. Her work is everything to her.
No time for family or recreation, then, I take it. Pity what happens to those overly obsessed with work.
I get what you're insinuating, Zagreus. I'm nothing like her. Not even close. And don't you dare compare the 2 of us again.
Oh look, employee of the month is Cerberus.
Cerberus, featured house servant.
Sorry, featured house servant.
What's cooking?
Got a key and 20 gems.
Why, thank you.
Still need 16 more keys, but you know.
What's in stock?
I want to keep one of these on hand.
It's a deal. Just what I was looking for.
We can get 200 gemstones for one in the blood, which I would do if there wasn't the whole, you know, unlocking all the different aspects.
The unfathomable power of the underworld thrives within you, child. Your godliness has grown since last we spoke. You have learned much of harnessing the dark.
Thank you, though I've much to learn as yet.
That you do. Let's see how close we are on some of the...
inevitable I can do.
2 more for him. 1 more for him. 1 more for her. More. Only 1 more for Hunt. And 1 more for Swiftness.
I can be stronger.
Okay, this one, Rage Olympian, whose boons you have, plus 2% for rank. Oh, well, we only have enough 4 more.
Phew, felt that.
Skelly's on here. Weird. See. Let's take Artemis with us. And what weapon? Oh, we're going with the shield, I guess.
You just protect me.
What's up? Need
Oh.
a fancy weapon there or what? You know something, Boyo? I think you could do a real number on one of these columns holding up this place and bring the whole thing down in just a few swipes. Boom, boom, boom. And hate to be standing near one of them if you did.
Wreck my father's finely crafted architecture every chance I get. That I can do for sure.
Yeah, let's just keep the heat on so we can get more
This ought to be
rewards.
interesting.
We need 1 more Titan's blood in here after all.
Rewarded.
Nephew, I'm mightily impressed with your ability to cull those rivers there of all the denizens of my domain. Your crusty father's not entitled to the bounties of the sea, but on my limitless authority, you are. You have my rod of fishing. Now have this.
What is this?
Legendary. You have a greater chance of finding a fishing point in each chamber.
Alright, let's catch some fish.
Prophecy foretold. We got, I believe that was our first legendary to run. Ooh, gems. Need quite a bit of those. And trade them for keys as well, so you know.
You wretches.
With that legendary, we'll want to check every room that has even remotely something related to water for a fishing point. Ooh, well, I wanted to go to Artemis for all of her abilities, but we need to get Athena's power up ability. I just kicked you off, cat. My legs were falling asleep. Now you're already want attention again. Thank you, Ren.
Come on in.
Stop turning, you ain't got my headphones.
Lady Athena.
We have not gifted her yet, correct? We have not, yeah.
I'm indebted to you, Goddess, for all that you and your side of the family have done for me.
Well, it simply isn't in my nature to allow such offerings to go unanswered, noble cousin. In turn, I wish for you to have this, with my compliments.
Lady Athena, thank you.
And with that, we now know we'll be able to see the prophecy
You've
for.
met the master of the seas, Poseidon, haven't you? Our uncle's affable but quick to anger. Be on your guard with him is my advice.
Check his armor, deflect, cast damage till foes fire, just go with attack.
Athena's power.
And the deflect one's more useful with if you're going for the fists or the sword. still.
Power of Olympus.
Despite having the increased chances to find fishing points, we haven't found one quite yet. We haven't really been rooms where we could find them. You could find one in this room. But we did not get that lucky.
Gemstones.
Ooh. Now,
to eat.
powering this up over and over again, I guess. There's the Artemis. That's not what I was aiming at.
Broken to bits.
Say, were you hunting vermin near the surface lately, Zagreus? That's practically just like the real thing. It must have been a thrill.
That is not what I would call it, no. Moving on. More darkness. And anything good in the shop here?
What's for sale?
Not really. The shop is good, but we need more of these.
Do not presume that you escape my notice, boy.
I get the feeling I am being watched.
You know, fair question. I mean, a fair assumption. Well, the nice thing is, when you're charging up the bull rush, you're also blocking. Doesn't block all the damage, but yeah, you're essentially blocking for some of the damage at least.
Enough I've better things to do.
No, you don't. Event or take on two gods. I want their abilities. I'm gonna go with. Sorry, Poseidon.
A strategic choice.
I agree. Dash flecting? Yes, please.
That's definitely not the choice I would have made, nephew. Because for me to side against myself, why, that would make no sense at all.
I mean, it really wouldn't. So you are correct there, Poseidon.
Poseidon won't like this.
No, he will not.
Uncle's going to let you off the hook this time. Just mind your manners next we meet.
Probably won't. Ooh. So we can get Poseidon's aid is powerful, but then there's Stormman's treasure. Poseidon's aid. And upgrade the rarity, why not? We got a... What happened to... Ooh. For the shop. Spend more gold.
Fishing point there. Right there. Another knucklehead.
I want to, because we're... But, like, I want to get the Aphrodite one for the different race, but we're only one away on the Hermes.
Don't spend it all in one place, mate. I bet Tissiphane's up. Sure enough.
Murder. Murder, murder, murder.
No murder.
We're not getting through to one another, are we? I'm sorry that it has to be this way.
I'm not.
The walls.
I wasn't expecting it to fight that early, but, you know.
I'm empty. Not yet.
And we'll be able to unlock that hidden aspect next when we return. Okay, that is 3.
Just shudder.
So your presently of Artemis is equipped. Next could be Athena. Still a bit off on her abilities. And then we could also take the Feather Duster for health, 22 from one. Actually, no. Let's take the Acorn and 3 more. If we rank this up, it'll definitely become useful in battles. Right now it's kind of useful, but not that useful yet.
I see you, Tartarus. Yes. Ugh, this heat.
Ish.
Got it. Another crustacean. Don't keep me waiting. Not now.
Not the most interesting attack to spam.
Over there.
Keys. We need more keys. How many do we have? We only have 11.
Let's get out of here.
And getting the darkness for the upgrades would be good and all, but like unlocking the remaining upgrades would be better.
I'll be leaving shortly. That's one more.
That it is. What do you got to offer? Might not be the best choice. Doing it anyways.
Why you?
Can't do that.
If I couldn't attack them, it basically became useless. What? Seriously? We don't really get a reward because it took too long.
Look for better help.
And my keep.
No, you did not. We're still that one ability short on Hermes, so let's go for him.
I can't.
Accepting.
Did Artemis manage to locate you already, boss? She's pretty good at that, I have to say. I'm faster, but she's fast. She's pretty fast, all right.
Go move faster, I guess.
Which path?
Don't have another option. Let's go to the shop.
Must be something I can use. Got a bite.
Another crustacean.
Just a crustacean.
Ooh. Hmm.
Cheers, mate.
Special deals 50 damage to foes around you when you catch it. During your dash, your special is faster and deals terms of damage. And your Bull Rush instead fires a piercing shot that deals 80 damage.
Nice and steady.
Huh, no.
Something for the mirror. Time for another voyage aboard the barge of death.
Ooh. I'll probably just intentionally end this run after I beat the Bone Hydra. And do one more run for the night. I get through. Yes, I have. Next one's for Achilles, then.
My foster brother's wayward son appears. I too once lost a child, Zagreus. I was quite foolish with her from the start. Her father was a base-born farm boy, worshipped me. He's gone as well, of course. Only the cold remains.
Special stronger and inflicts chill. Frost Force. We haven't done them. Ooh, key. What do we got now? 12. We need. Because I spent some of them earlier, but I think it was worth it. Oh, look, another fishing spot.
Time to fish.
Another crustacean, seriously? Health. Go back to... Just get more abilities and see if we can cross them off the list.
In the name of Hades.
Ooh. Which one is it this time?
Hydra, you look positively smashing.
Ooh, another fishing spot.
Shields down.
I don't know if that distance, long-range attack is really useful. There we go. That makes it a more useful run to run back with.
Done bashing heads for now. I'll save you from the magma fishes. Come on up. Another Slovak.
They're already expecting you up closer.
Got it. Deb must have it pretty good up here.
We got I'm intending, unless there's a fishing point, intending to intentionally throw this one so I can do another run with it and take back our spoils.
Not a chance. I'm near death.
Yes, you are.
Damn you. Oh no. Well,
I'm up. Oof, a splinter zapped you, didn't she? There's lots of witches in your dad's place, huh? Witchcraft must be pretty dangerous for all those mortals up there. Pretty dangerous for you, too.
I mean, it is very much annoying even when I'm not intentionally getting hit by it.
It is plain to me that you are helping him. In spite of my insistence, you do not. What do you expect that I should do about this, Nyx? What would you do in my position? Deception in my very house and home. Answer me.
Hades, my relationship with him remains unchanged. It is the very same relationship from when you first requested I take care of him. He has my full support and always shall. You must know this. He wishes now to leave. I shall make no attempt to stop him.
What good is any one of you? He's not even your son, and yet you coddle him. You know as well as I that he cannot succeed. You fill his mind with harmful delusions. If that is what you want for him, then please, proceed at pace.
they're at it again because of me.
We have not gifted him yet, to my surprise, so let's fix that.
Hey, Achilles. Look, this really isn't much, but here.
This really is for me? You beat me to it then, as I had meant to give you this when next we spoke. Please, take it.
Thanks so much, sir. Achilles, something awakened in Varotha when I spoke the words. It revealed to me a form I'd never seen, wielded by the warrior called Guan Who, handsomely dressed, and just as you described. That's no Greek name, is it?
No, I don't think so, lad. I don't know who this Guan Yu is, or where he's from, or even when he's from. But the Fates must have a plan for him and you. Anyway, I think my part in this is ended. For Arthur served you well, no? I trusted it in life. I trust it now. Fear is for the weak.
Fear is for the weak.
I forget when we unlock the ability to get in there. See, we now have 4 gems, so we could get the... Yeah, I want to get that. I mean, getting this would be good, but... Future.
Sign me up, contractor. This ought to pay for itself in no time at all.
Yeah, it definitely will. It'll be able to get this stuff and other things much easier. Yeah. We have to get a few more, Let's check for anything interesting of the...
What's up for barter? I could use that.
For 15 keys, we can get a Titan Blood, which would be good, but... I will probably take that, actually.
Here's all I caught.
10 keys. We now are 5 away from the goal. If I take that Titan Blood, which will show up randomly, it'll be easier to upgrade weapons, but also I'd rather get the last of the upgrades. But also a nectar to give to Dusa for the... Okay, just one.
That nectar.
They'll put things off, but you'll...
Dusa, you must work harder than anyone in this house, keeping everything so neat and orderly. I don't think it should be thankless work, so thank you. And I'd like for you to have this.
Oh, Prince, wow, thank you, thanks so much. You've been so generous. I think I'm speechless. No, can't think of anything to say right now.
Oh, you said it all. Don't mean to put you on the spot or anything. I'm just glad we've had a chance to get to know each other.
I'm glad we've had a chance to know each other too. Thanks for the nectar. I can tell it's really, really good. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
I forget how many more we have to go, but eventually instead of giving nectar, you have to give ambrosia for the next rank up. Let's check there's a few prophecies we interacted with.
Another prophecy.
We still haven't finished any of them all, but let's see what the new ones are. Let's see, close at heart. Equip various keepsakes, so those would be closer to him. We have to equip them all at least once and use them, from the looks of it. And should have a significant number of river dwellings, including an unusually rare species, impressing Lord Poseidon. We're working towards that.
I can grow stronger. Nyx's strength.
Anything else?
What's this one do?
Let's see the new one by Achilles. Take minus 20% damage from the front, but take plus 10 from the back. I was gonna take I would take the normally the fist because it's showing that, but
It's time, Baratha. Let me see you now for what you truly are. Grant me the aspect of Guan Yu.
What in the world is that?
Good to go.
More of a slicing field there rather than a stabbing.
Come on, mate, won't you say who hired you? Was it Achilles? Couldn't have been Nyx. Is it that big a deal?
I am an individual of some integrity, boyo, and protect my sources with my life. You'll have to kill me if you want to make me squeal.
I don't know. Probably don't want to have this one while you have the Guan Yu spear equipped. Let's try the jury summons.
Alright, one more time.
This is gonna be the last run of the night.
Lord Ares.
You were the son of Night herself, they say. A fascinating character, ill-liked upon Olympus, although I myself have always longed to meet her.
I don't know if this will be a very long run given how low our health is, but let's go get some powers or power up to this.
Arthur.
Your attack has more range and deals plus 4% damage to distant foes. Your dash strike hits 3 times, but your dash is minus 5% range. And your spell attack deals plus 25% damage and hits a larger area. I believe that applies to this.
Ready for me? Mine now.
All we have is the the special inflicting doom, so let's go for here.
Take it.
The other options are gems or the shop. How many gems do we have? Because we need a bunch more to buy a bunch of keys. So let's do that. Might as well. Let's go for the health. Ooh. Getting a reflection ability would definitely come in handy. Ooh.
I see you've made it all the way to Hallowed Elysium, cousin. A significant way toward the surface, and if you could get there the one time, surely you have what it takes to do it again, and overcome the dangers that await therein.
Attack is strong, can deflect. I think the charge attack actually counts in that. It looks like it does. That we're just making that ability more and more powerful.
No need to be in such a hurry, boy.
Fishing time?
Oh.
Found me, huh? collect. Got to hold nice and still.
Think I got one.
Another knucklehead. Event or darkness? Event, because it's easier.
Uh-oh.
You help him out again, you'll get 1,000 lashes next we meet. And when I return, this little rock of yours had better be up there rather than here, or else you'll get 1,000 more.
The point is the rock rolls back down every time it gets to the top of the hill, so it can't be.
Sounds good. Sounds good, madam. That's more than equitable, really. I'll hold you to that. Be seeing you around. Just on a little break.
Hello, she's gone. You still in one piece, Sisyphus? Not hurt or anything?
Oh, I'm just fine, thanks, Prince. That Fury sister, she is quite a lass, I have to say, and very, very strong. Bet she could push old Boldy here better than I. Say no more.
Thank you.
So long for now.
I'd never trade my bow for all that pomp and armor, but I guess to each her own.
Let's go get that strike this time.
I'll make every strike count. I'll take this one.
Let's go this one.
Time to face the Furies. Sorry I'm late.
You've really done it, Zagreus. My sisters have returned. All three of us now share the same assignment.
Is it wrong of me that I'm somewhat honored to have garnered the attention of the Erinese?
Oh, I would say it's very wrong of you indeed.
Ooh. Why? Because I'm strong. That's why.
I did it. Rafa shuddered just now.
And now we get gems.
The Erinese, known also as the Furies, They are the trusted sentinels of Lord Hades, charged with torturing the worst of mortal kind, and ridding the underworld of any fool enough to trespass where they do not belong.
They'll just have to try harder next time.
Yeah, they'll probably succeed next time.
Megara failed again.
Yes.
Which one?
Let's go with the one we haven't equipped yet, just for the sake of filling that one task.
Might help. Broke out of Tartarus. Thank you.
Reminds me, how many?
Hot up here.
We have 20 gems and we need 23 keys. So, you know. We need 7 more, so if we can get 50 gems or 5 keys, we're good. Or some combination of the two.
Come on in. There's something.
Yeah, we're still missing that ability from Hermes. Just one to go. Let's see if we can get lucky enough to find it. Yeah, he's good at that.
Breakfast for you, boss. It says, it sure is nice up here upon this mountain, not having to escape the underworld. Come join us soon, won't you?
Rude. Greater evasion. Your special is faster. Go with this, I guess. Oh. Eh. Oh, key. But shop.
Next island.
This is the tough one. It's 2 keys.
More Drakens.
Alright, we have reflect. Useful. Five more to go. We're definitely not going for that Chaos Gate, well, in this condition. Oh, a second. That is a cat trying to eat my headphones. Get off. Go away. Can't behave, you can't be here. Have I made it this long without dying, giving out all my health for the entire time?
Something has stirred within your heart, dearest. Oh, I can always tell. A certain kind of love. For family? Yes, that must be it, I think. What could have transpired with you,
Yeah, might as well. More reflection. That's certainly odd. Let's go to reflection. And we're back on the barge.
Death again, huh? I'm empty.
Death Defiance. No. Using Purpose longer. Or. Oh. Either the Death Defiance ones will come in handy right now, so let's go with that one. Since it's also our main attack, it makes it even more useful. I know there's some kind of healing build in relation to something. I don't know what the rules are for this.
Pure darkness.
There's not that. So again, you have Frost Fairblade, but your upper health and health are reduced. Ceiling. Life stealing spin attack. That's what it is. Instead of just been using that one all along, it's been healing me. I want to go to the shop, but we have 414. We'll probably a health boost there. Let's go there.
Exchange. Time to hunt.
Knock it off, Remy.
Get back in the magma and no one gets hurt.
Hydra vanquished.
And don't come back. Ooh. Extra gemstones. The Vanquishers keep.
What do we have? We have that one equipped. Yeah, let's take this one along.
Take me up. Courtesy of the Pact. Nice and cool up here.
Fishing spot.
There.
Oh, nothing.
They got a clam.
We got something new. Let's get some more power.
Who's first?
Really don't like those shield guys.
Saved some for everyone.
So your dash strike hits 3 times, your dash is low range, your attack strike 3 times in a spread pattern. Your attack is more range, deals plus 40% damage to distant foes.
Let's see how this goes.
Ooh, another option is in the key. With the amount of gems we have, we are guaranteed to be able to get the required amount of keys we need.
You kill me, I kill you.
Ooh. Because we now have 40, that is, we have the ability to steal health from our enemies. Don't need that. We have plenty available. Let's go this way. I mean, we could get a bunch more for the end area if whatever the purchase is there, but still.
Gods. Zesty.
Well, we're trying to get the rest of her abilities. I was shooting versus our armies too, but you know.
No, it's the butterfly chamber. soul, thanks.
Ooh. Power up or ooh. Let's. Your weak effects are more potent. Your cast shoots further and is stronger against undamaged foes.
Love it.
Hey, it's me again.
I mean, the 8 is good and all, but the constant extra damage? Yes, please. And why not? Ooh, we're still, like I said before, missing that one ability.
Nice try. In the name of Hades.
You can dash more times in a row, hold the cast fire in rapid succession, and your special is faster. If it was the charge attack, it'd be good, but it's special. Why not? Since it's nothing else to do, so it's darkness or gems. More darkness, because we have enough gems and stuff to get all those keys. We'll want to be able to get the upgrades.
More strongbows.
Wow, they're just eradicating me. I was not expecting to encounter a room this bad. That room was just brutal.
Much better.
Guess we'll go this way.
Tart and tasty.
Now let's see how this goes with how weakened we are, but we do still have the lifesteal thing, so...
Time for the main event.
The monster has returned in a vainglorious attempt to wrest the title champion from me.
I couldn't care less about your title. Though, shouldn't you share it with the Minotaur? He's more than half the reason you've been in any trouble.
You'll not drive a wedge between us, Fiend. Asterius and I share a fraternal bond forged from the strongest bronze, nay, adamant. You have caused us both offense, so die. Prepare yourself.
No more acorn.
Well, Fiend, are you yet fearful for the inevitable end to your foul quest?
I mean, I will admit I don't know how if I'm gonna survive this fight.
You should not be here.
I'm out. You're next, kid.
Oh.
That was for last time, Fiend.
Escaping with that aspect is going to be difficult, but doable. Eventually.
God, that no-good loudmouth Theseus.
I'm up. It's fun watching the pool of sticks, you know? The ripples in the blood and everything, and sometimes somebody pops out of there like you. House staff and guests of honor. No one else. I sign them in and help make sure they have a pleasant stay.
Well, sign me in then. Hey, Achilles. My father's hall back there. I don't suppose you'll let me have myself a look. Lots for me to rummage through, I'm sure.
You know I'd do just about anything to aid you, lad. But my ability to do so hinges on me sticking to my post. Though if I do catch wind of anything back there requiring attention, you shall know.
Understood, sir.
That means we are giving me another nectar.
Megarod tells me that you surpassed her well out there. How utterly embarrassing for her, to say the least.
I suppose you're going to punish her in some cruel fashion, then?
Oh, I've already seen to that, of course. You think she volunteered to deal with you? Nobody did. That's how ignoble a task it is.
Rude.
That's strangely comforting to know.
And so, who else is there to be depended on? You are a trusted overseer, Megara. Your station is no accident, and there is no one better fit for what you do. I urge you to look inwardly. How you approach your work is vital to the end result.
Thank you for the advice, Nyx. I don't know what I'd do without you. Or what this house would be if not for you.
We all do that which is
Fish
within our
delivery for the
power.
head chef. Not my business.
Oh, what? Prince, you're back? I mean, I heard that... How come you're still here?
Oh, yes, I made it pretty far. On that account, you heard correctly, Dusa. But turns out I have unfinished business here, so I should be turning up like this from time to time.
Oh, wow. Well, that's great. I mean, I hope it's great. I mean, if you agree it's great, I also think it's great. If that's okay?
It is. It's both okay and great.
Look, she didn't flee for once after speaking to us. Seriously.
Let's see here.
Let's see what the fish gets before we trade out of the trade.
Here's the catch of the day.
Ooh.
Totally worth it.
At this point, let's just, let's worry about finishing with this before we give them to anyone else.
Dusa, here's some more of this really, really good nectar for you. Please keep up the wonderful work, and more importantly, keep being your wonderful self.
I'm really very flattered, Prince, but I've just been so busy lately that I haven't even had a chance to try the last bottle you gave me, so you want this back? Maybe for someone else?
Please, it's yours. Besides, you must have some time off coming up when you can enjoy it, don't you?
Oh, I mean, maybe I do. I think maybe I do, except nobody's told me anything about that. And besides, there's so much work to do around the house still. I just can't leave everything like this.
Well, you enjoy, all right?
And there we go. That's the point where next we see her, we I think we had a conversation with her first, but the next it's locked for progress. You have to talk with her more.
Think I'll take it. Chthonic keys.
And who? We now have the 30 keys.
Let's see the last of them.
What remains is God's Pride. Raise your chance for a boon to be epic by 1% per rank. Or God's Legacy. Raise your chance for a boon to be legendary or duo if possible by 1% per rank. Which increase the price, but I think that's probably definitely more worth it. And Fade Authority. Randomly alter the rewards for the next chamber. 1 total chance per rank. Which is, it gives you an item to be able to use in the dungeon, so you look at that door and be like, I don't want that reward, I want a different one. And you reroll it. Or Fade Persuasion, randomly alter boon and Well of Chan choices. 1 chance per rank at a time. Probably leave with Fade Authority, although we can't afford either of those moments. But let's increase this for now.
Done. I'm wide awake.
Yeah, you are. Let's see what Skelly has to say before we... He has nothing to say. Let's set up for our next run. What we call it? We have not used this one yet, have we? Might as well just take this one for one round.
Malphon hungers.
Either way, that was... Oh, wait, I didn't talk to him yet. Let's go talk to Skelly real quick, then we'll call.
So what exactly happened with the formerly pink window over there? Now it's got these sinister orange flames and an enormous pact of punishment hanging ominously over the exit. Father stopped by?
Pal, I don't know a thing about it, honest. I was just minding my own business when all of a sudden, wham! I get hit right in the back. I fall to pieces, no idea what's going on. When I finally come to, the window job was done.
As likely an explanation as any, I guess.
And with that, going through rooms as a save, hold on. Let me, it wouldn't let me exit the window for some reason. Anyways, with that, I'm going to be calling it a night here. Thank you for tuning in. Wednesday will be more cleanup of Superland and moving on to continuing my blind playthrough of Hollow Knight. Hopefully return to having fun. Any other random streams will continue to be outside of the main games I play the playthrough. What will they be? I honestly don't know. They'll generally be replayable games or something simple or something I don't think will be good to play as a series. Anyways, I've been Lord Jabu. Have a good night.